yards here. Look for a pass to Savelli. Savelli now the grand rating number 3. Gonna go ahead and take your time, try to find as much space as possible to be able to have as much time as possible. Got a 2v1 here between Ali Kimber and Joe Guzman. Guzman now trying to get on the her racket side. A lot of pressure here from Ali Kimber. Ali Kimber on an absolute brick wall of the horse. Savelli with a beautiful pirouette. Lovely wood there from Ali Kimber. Kimber now. Not quite get it from Savelli with a beautiful connection there from Ross Bobble. It's going to be looking for number one. Number 1 now trying to get a bunch of tight space again here. CPC number 3 can't quite get it. Beautiful little arcing pass. Can't quite have it stick. But it's going to be a lovely play on the outside here from Arkin. Full rush number 3 now into Ali. Can't quite get it stick. Just a little bit too far thrown. Gotta get it out of our saddles, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta get out of your saddles. Can't quite get it on the offside. Can't quite get it on the near side for Joe. Lovely little lope from Joe Guzman. Lovely backhand here. And it's going to be red right around here from Joe Guzman. Like a lovely little lope. If you have the ball, you dictate the paces in that right roll.
That's right, man. You got to dictate the pace. And Joe Guzman just a little unsure where the pressure was there. That was a good defense there by Haley Bland. Just able to tap the ball out of his racket. So umpire Gusik's going to award the ball to Nikki Lee on the near sideline now. Nikki Lee with the 10-yard throw, takes it to offside, gets a nice bounce, is unable to recover it. Second attempt leaves it behind as well. Third attempt is the third of charm. Yes, it is. Nikki Lee now in control. She tries to cradle, but leaves it behind her. Now goes to trickle into midfield, it looks like. Haley Bland versus Joe Guzman. Joe Guzman does the better now. Joe Guzman with the ball in ball control. Joe Guzman, what's he going to do with it? Decides to try to pass it off. Not quite sure if that was a pass or not, but nonetheless, he was able to get into it to number 1. And Ali Kimber now. Ali Kimber versus Sarah Savelli. Who's going to do the better down there in the far side? Ali Kimber with the backhand shot, and that's showtime.
I'm a beast when you call me King to the future, Cybertron.
1-0, tracker number 1 for the whole team, CPC.
No bias here in the 10th, no bias here. Moving on to the far side here, we're going to have 1 play 0 in favor of the green CPC team here. Lined up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's in the rules, we got to do it every single time. Going to be on the back here. Lovely play, lovely spin here from Savelli. Savelli moving off to that off bracket side. Looking for that arcing pickup, can't quite get it. With her hand eye, it's going to be Joe Guzman now who slows the game down. Beautifully done here from the quarterback, Joe Guzman. Guzman puts it up into Ali Kimber, but it's a poor pass. He must be a running back, not a quarterback. It's going to be Ali Kimber now looking at Savelli. Savelli eye to eye. Beautifully done here from Savelli, allowing that shoulder to get forward here. Beautiful one here from Nikki. Can't quite get the ball this long. Great work from Haley Bland. Haley Bland trying to get that ball out of Ali Kimber's left. Can't quite get it here. It's going to be Ali Kimber taking the shoulder left, taking the shoulder right. She's got a lot of pressure here from Joe Guzman to allow her to get around. All the pressure around. Here, it's going to be beautiful here. Savelli now. Savelli beats her at the line. Great bounce. Great trap. Now she's going to go ahead and be calm. Move. Keep the ball on her racket as she sees it going out of bounds on the far side. And it looks like it's going to be line up on the far side.
Over at the back now, this is Savelli, first one out there. She's not able to get on the first attempt now. Ball trickles over the 30-yard line into the midfield. It's going to be Ali Kimber, the first one onto it. She recovers on the 6-yard now. Ali Kimber back into the midfield at the end of the quarter-way mark. She's just going to check things up and try to make a clear path into the 30-yard line. Now she comes over to the left side. Here she comes, takes up balance, takes her trap, fires it on the 2. Good goal there for Ali Kimber. CPC now, Morgan Sotos ready for number 1 bracket, that's Ali Kimber now. Ali Kimber number 1 for the CPC team. She takes possession now with the quarter-way ball coming up to the 30, puts the bounce down, gets a nice field, nice bounce, nice trap, and leaves that one to the right of the post there. Just a bit hasty on the shot there. Didn't quite have the opening that she would have wanted, but maybe wasn't sure she'd have enough check there at the back line, so pushes that one to the right.
Just a bit outside. It's going to be now Savelli here with a beautiful arcing offside throw. But she's played her way into a pretty dangerous spot there. But it's a beautiful pirouette from her mare to be able to get her out of that pressure. Great work from Haley Bland to take away some pressure. Joe Guzman now looking to get on her racket side, but here comes Savelli. Nice, cool, calm and composed, looking for her number 1. Nikki now, Nikki with a beautiful left-handed turn, but it's going to be just slightly behind her, but she's going to be able to have time and space to be able to get that offside trap now. With a lot of pressure on. Can't quite get it here, throws the bomb, and she can quite get a little bit of control there. Just go ahead and relax and get that ball and just think nice and deep. Alright, now Daniel looking to put a pass into Joe Guzman, but we've got a swivel. gentlemen, that's going to be the final 6 minutes of the first. Check. Yes, and we are back here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, into our second check of this first B grade matchup between CPC and Grand Bay. Green versus black. It's going to be 2-0 in favor of the Carolina Polocrosse home team. And if you're here supporting our home team, make sure we get nice, loud, and proud whenever those players in green get a touch on that ball. It's going to be beautifully thrown in here from Gusick trying to get as much space for those teammates to be able to push through. It's going to be Sarah Savelli now with a lot of time and space in front of her, checks to the right, moves off to the right hand side. Beautifully done here from Savelli plays her way into a little bit of a corner from Allie Kimbrough trying to put a lot of pressure on her, but she does super well to keep her horse's hooves off of that white line there to keep it from being a carryover. Beautifully done here from Savelli with a lot of pressure from Joe Guzman now trying to put as much pressure on her as possible. Beautifully done here from Joe, trying to get his horse between hers and that destination. Beautifully looking for her number one, Nikki now. A lot of composure here from Sarah Savelli. Beautiful racket work, evading the pressure from Joe Guzman. Guzman now sticking on her like white on rice. Can't quite get around and then follow that pirouette. Beautiful lead here from Savelli. Can't quite get it in, but it's going to be David there who gets a little bit of a poke on it. It's going to be pushed out wide for a 10-yard throw for Nikki. It looks like it's going to be off a horse here. It's going to be a throw-in. Threes have to be closer to the goal, and throw-ins, the ones have to be furthest away. Beautifully thrown in here by Ada, but it's going to hit right off of both of their rackets and out again. Looks like we're going to reline up. Still 2-0 in favor of the Carolina Polocrosse Club. It's going to be right here to the racket of David. David now beautifully down here, looking for his number one. Beautiful work, getting his. Thank you. And it's going to be Daniel now looking up. Beautiful work from his eyes, looking at and scanning the field. Can't quite carry that bounce over the line. It's going to trickle out of play on this near side, and it looks like it's going to go straight over back to the Grand Bay team. Great work scanning the field there from Daniel. Daniel couldn't quite get that bounce to get back into his racket. Now it's going to be 10-yard throw here for Nikki. Nikki now takes it into space. Beautifully done. If you do not have space in front of you, you can always go backwards from your 10-yard throw mark to give you time and space. Time and space is your ally in this sport. Looks like she's trying to get a little bit of an alleyway to get it through there. Can't quite get it because Allie was right there. Wicked bounce. Great adjustment. And that's going to be a beautiful goal there from Nikki. And it's going to make it 2-1 still in favor of CPC. Absolutely sensational trap there from Nikki as she adjusts to get that wicked bounce into her bracket and beautifully thrown through the goal. Great catch from our goaltenders on the far side. You would think they're A-graders. Now coming into this near side with Sarah Savelli. Savelli now looking for that offside. Nice and scooping. Beautifully done here from Savelli. Savelli now checking up, checking her shoulder. Beautifully done here, trying to scan the field, making sure that she's got plenty of time, plenty of space to be able to move that ball and horse into. Now Savelli, calm, cool, collected, having Haley Blend doing a magnificent job in that midfield right now, keeping pressure away from Savelli, keeping her 1v1 because we all know Savelli is a master in these 1v1 midfield battles. Beautifully done, bobbing to the right, moving to the left, looking for Nikki, just a little bit too far ahead. Daniel now with an opportunity, but he's going to go ahead and let it go right out of bounds on the far side, and it's going to be his ball. Great work here from Sarah Savelli. Savelli just can't quite find that final pass right now. Now Daniel Wicks with a lot of time and space here. Going to go ahead and take a nice high 10-yard throw. Absolutely textbook. I hope a lot of these players are watching this game because that was a sensational 10-yard throw. Now he's going to go ahead and maneuver around, making sure that he does not allow that ball to be shown to his opposition number one as he leaves that area. Nikki now looking for his number two. Can't quite find Joe. Can't quite find Allie. Beautifully marked here by the Grand Bay ladies. Daniel now moving back onto this near side, looking for Joe. Joe's trying to back up to create a little bit of separation here against Haley Blend, but Haley Blend is an absolute nightmare of a Bulldog number two to be able to play against in that midfield. If you come up against her, you better be understood that you are not going to touch that ball. Now beautiful pressure here from Nikki, trying to make sure you can't get across that line. Absolutely sensational from them, making sure that that time comes off that clock so they can get that ball back. Beautiful here from Savelli. Can't quite get that drag, but there's Daniel with a beautiful pickup. Turns around, flicks it into that midfield because he saw he was mighty close to that white line. Allie Kimbrough rides across the diagonal of that ball, so she can't quite get it around. Joe Guzman can't quite get that pickup. Neither can Nikki, but here comes Haley Blend. Haley Blend now the the girl who had to play because a couple people couldn't come in here this afternoon. So here comes Haley Blend. Haley Blend on this near hand side. A lot of pressure here from Allie Kimbrough and Joe Guzman. Joe Guzman trying to get on her racket side. Beautiful pirouette in between the two pieces of pressure, but looking for her number one. Can't quite find it in Nikki because Daniel is right there. Like Velcro, beautifully done, looking for that little back pass. Haley Blends is going to go ahead and flick it up beautifully into the racket of Nikki now. Now she's got all the time in the space. She knows exactly where that ball is. It's exactly where she wants it to be. Beautiful overhand through the pressure, and it's going to be a good goal. Ties it up 2-2. And the goaltenders go crazy. 41 seconds remaining. And now going to go ahead in the back and on this near side. Off to the left. Joe Guzman goes for a nice deep pickup, but he can't quite get it. It's going to be pushed into the area here. Now here comes Nikki. Nikki now with a lot of time, a lot of space. But that ball's going really dangerously close to that far side headline, so she just goes ahead and polo hits it back in here. But there's Daniel Wicks now with a nice, beautiful bounce out of the area. But that's going to be Checka.
He plays two. Not a very high scoring game here, but nonetheless, Daniel Wicks says, let's see if we can add to our tally now. Daniel Wicks takes a snap, busts it up to his number one, and Allie Kimbrough now. Allie Kimbrough takes the ball. Look at the work there by Joe Guzman. Joe Guzman holding number three, and Sarah Cifelli out. Allie Kimbrough flirting with the short sideline there, but she puts the check on. Cuts behind Nikki Lee, takes some timber and loses the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. Looks staggers down to the ground. Oh, no, into Daniel Wicks' racket now. Daniel Wicks puts the long pass into Allie Kimbrough. Allie Kimbrough stretches out, but not able to recover. Sarah Cifelli says, thank you very much. Sarah Cifelli now takes control of that turnover there, comes up to the 30-yard line. Let's see what she decides to do. She decides to pass it off to number two, and Haley Blend now. Haley Blend takes a nice catch, back ways behind her back. Takes it past the halfway point. She looks to her number one, and Nikki. Now they've got the left corner play set up. Here comes the pass. Now, unfortunately, goes not racket to racket. Not quite sure what happened there. Looks to have been pretty well set up. But a bit of a slip up there by the black team, and yep, out the back. So the ball's going to be awarded back to the green team in CPC. That's going to be Daniel Wicks now. Daniel Wicks with the ball. Let's see what he decides to do. Takes a 10-yard throw over to his racket side. It looks like he gets a kind bounce. It'll be pretty uncommon not to get a kind bounce on these fields, folks. And by Ada Deckers. Umpire Ada Deckers just making a call there. I'm not quite sure what she's... All right, so umpire Christy Cusick, I'm sorry, Carolina Cusick. So the umpires take control of this game now. They're deciding to award the ball to the black team. 3 balls to the black side there. Black team. Like to see both. Let's leave this up now. We've got a lot of spectators out here. Let's show them what a great sport this is. So, unfortunately, sometimes that's what it takes. Folks will learn the hard way. And well done there to the umpires taking control of the game. Everyone now, the many black and white, they're always right. Almost down to Sarah Cifelli. Ball goes over. Daniel Wicks now, first one on three. There it comes now. Daniel Wicks with the number one. Sarah Cifelli marking up the number one and Allie Kimbrough. Taking her hard turn. Now Daniel Wicks is up the door. Back into Joe Guzman now. Joe Guzman in control. He puts the one and Allie gets the A and now Sarah Cifelli getting her a hell of a time. In midfield, just going on.
Now, try, shoot, and it's just going to slightly get pushed wide. Make sure you get out of your saddle and push that ball forward through the goal. Alright, now we're going to have another good ball here on the right-hand side, the first side of the field. It's going to be now Pinehurst, looking for Joe Goodman, going to be slightly behind him. So it's going to be Love, who's pushing here. Into Kibble, can't quite get it either. It's going to be his win now. Up, out of the saddle. There's no, ladies and gentlemen, get up out of your saddle and take the saddle. Can't quite get it. Put your hands together for the Minnesota crew. They sent a heck of a group on here. That's the big effort.